Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode of Simulator Saturdays. On the last episode, you saw me take apart my dash, rewire, get it all fixed up and everything, but I pulled the buttons all out again because I got inspired and I bought a tablet and some HDPE plastic and stuff and reworked the dash so that it can handle a dash that looks like a Peterbilt 389 with all the proper dials and everything, and then the tablets are going to fit in it and everything. Yeah, without further ado, I might as well just show you.
Welcome to Simulator Saturdays. Okay, so this is how it used to look before I started the mods. As you can see, there's lots of pieces missing, lots of duct tape. I used bottoms of drawers, the thin wood, to make it all, and there's like spaces that were like gaps that were broken, like right there. Things that are missing altogether, lots of duct tape, and big gaping holes everywhere. So I found this design. It's from Sim Dashboard, and I worked on this for a while to get it how I liked it. So it gave me a idea for a brand new design for the truck. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it.
Alright, so I've got the panel off, and as you can see, I've got these two wood reinforcements here, this one and this one, and that's been cut over there, so when I put the panels on, they will have the proper slant.
And I've got this cardboard that is going to be in the design of a Peterbilt 389, and I traced out all the switches and everything I have to cut holes in, so...
I've got the old dash ripped off, and I've got this piece of cardboard on here. I'll bring you in closer. The plastic will go up to there. Right, all the holes cut, and then behind it, it'll like teeter off back to this wood, so you won't see anything there. So, because today I got my first tablet in. This is the We Like It from Amazon. It was like 120 bucks, 140 something shipped. It's a 10.9 inch tablet. Okay, so if I turn it on, it looks really nice, and that's going to be the instrument cluster. And then that's going to be the second dash. So it works really well. Once I get the thing built, I'll buy a second tablet and everything. But you'll be sitting here, you'll be looking at the dash, and you'll have this sitting behind here. Right? So that's an 11-inch tablet. Just got it. So now I'll explain how that all works. Okay, so my plan basically is, where that hole is, I've made this template. Now this template fits in behind it. So that'll be cut out of plastic, and then where you see those the outer ring, there'll be thin outer rings cut to build it up, you know, that way to the width of the tablet, and then that all gets attached to the back. And then in front of the tablet, there's a piece, there'll be another piece that goes in, right, pretty flush. It'll pop in so you'll barely notice it, and then it'll have this, well, not this, but it'll have those holes, like that template, all cut out of it, so you'll just be able to see the gauges through it. And then I'll do the same thing for the second tablet, put all my switches and vents and everything else back in, and I'll get the thing running. Because today I also got these two gigantic sheets of HDPE.
Alright, so I got to cutting the HDPE, and this is the main piece. Everything needed for all the switches and everything, and then here it is with those mounts for the tablets that I showed you. They're sunken in, and I've cut spots for the cameras, the buttons, the switches, and all the charge ports and everything, and then I got it all wrapped up in leather, all nice and neat. When the tablet's in and the face is on, you won't see any of that, the white plastic stuff. It'll all be covered up by the tablets. But I've done a lot more than this, so without further ado, let's have a look at the whole thing.
And here we have it. It's all put back together and everything is done. So let's go in for a closer look and I'll explain everything. So let's see. Down here first, we've got the keyboard stand. It's also been carpeted. If we go up here, this used to have this chain on it, but it keeps bloody falling off. So now I just push the top. That gives me my horn. If we go over here, we've got
a hygrometer at the top, and a temperature gauge underneath. You can't see that too well. This goes with my truck. It's like a VU meter. Then I've got the vent. I've got the screen. Hold on, let me get a picture of this. And this shows me everything that's going on inside my computer. And then I got my turn signal stocks. This also does high beams, my headlights. And then on this side, I've got, oh wait, hold on. Then there's the ignition system. So it's basically, this turns the electricity on. And then once that's going, you hit this button and it starts it up. These are for your windows. This puts it up. Those put it down. This is mapped to the main power, so if I shut this off, everything goes off except for, you know, the screens. But like even the power to the center console goes off. But if I flip the first switch, it supplies power to that stuff, but not all the switches. If I flip that second switch, then I get power to everything else. So that's what those do. This is for pause or mouse control. This is for escape. If I go over here, this one is, if I pull it forward, it puts the wipers on in increments all the way up to full. And if I push down, it puts them down all the way back to nothing. Pushing in sets the cruise control. And then I've got another vent here. And these switches are lift and drop axle, lift and drop trailer axle, and the chat screen. These are independent tablet charging switches, so if this tablet's running out of power, I can flick the first switch here and it starts charging the tablet. And if I flip that switch off, then the tablet stops charging. And I already have the second cord wired up here for when the second tablet does come. Moving on, we've got these. These are my volume and bass controls. And then we've got, this isn't mapped to anything yet because I don't really know what to map it to. This is to detach and attach my trailers. Obviously, parking brake, trailer brake. And then we've got the views, like left, right, bumper view, and normal view. And then we've got to fill the gas. Is also wired to the same button here because this is just a, you know, a monetary click and it puts you in the menu. This one will do the same thing, but you don't want to sit there and hold your button while you're getting gas, so that's why this is a straight click up and down. And then this button changes that map, and then this button changes this map. The ECU button here puts up your job info. And then if we go down to this row, this is your accept, this is your horn, your little horn, this is to flash your lights, this is your rear differential lock, this is your rotary beacon, and these are your hazards. Down here, this is emergency call, so if you need to call if you're too damaged or whatever. And then this one is to set your flag when you have a job or when you have a destination. It shows up here as a red flag, but if you make like a stop, it'll show up as like a blue teardrop, and that button will switch between those. So then this button is the call for help, the CB mic button. This is for your world map, this is garage manager, and this is if you want to take a screenshot. I've also got a full stereo CD player detachable face in there, coin holder, a box to hold my little book of ideas, 6 CD holder that's lit, full pedals, everything's been carpeted all inside. I've got a Peterbilt floor mat down there, as well as an 18-inch Peterbilt steering wheel on a G920. Okay, moving on. Got 2 pile
what are they, boat speakers. They work really well. Those are for the truck, and there's also a Logitech sub in behind the dash here, and the radio comes through this Samsung speaker up here and this one over here, and then I've got CB with independent volume, and it does work. And I've got my ball mouse set up here, and it's wireless, and then I've got twin sticks with the special shifter stuff on the first one. Moving on, this is a cup holder. It's all adjustable, so these can come in and out as you need it. And then when you're done, you just fold it back down. Business card holder, third vent. And I redid this. Instead of that mother trucker crap that was there, I didn't really like that anymore. So, built not bought. Made a new glove box thing. Works just as good, you know. So, and then we've still got the center console with all the, you know, all the extra little neat spots and stuff. And still got the twin seats. They could use a wiping. But that's it, guys. That's where my simulator stands right now. I should have the second tablet coming in on Friday, and then I'll make a quick little video of it all up and running. Maybe go for a short trip with both tablets in there. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did and you want to see more great content from my channel, feel free to watch this video right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Catch you on the next one.